Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here at the H for another contest with your Lady Vikings facing the Fort Zumwalt South Lady Bulldogs. They're coming in at 15 and 6 as the Lady Vikings are in a little bit of a down slope right now, looking to change things up a bit. Josh, what are we here to look for tonight?
Well, we're here to see. Well, actually, Fort Zumwalt West is a pretty all-around good team, solid, disciplined team. Leading the pack is Maddie Murphy. She has 272 points for the season. She's also like Dora the Explorer, swiper no swiping, coming with 50 steals and 32 blocks. So she's basically a versatile player. Right behind her is Mariah Dallas, 215 points, and the main rebounder. Um, like I said, all around team. This team loves to share, so I'm looking forward to see what Francis Howell can do against this team. Because Francis Howell, they're also like great competitors against difficult teams, but lately they haven't been showing it. As you can see from yesterday, they had a pretty much of a slump yesterday against Francis Howell Central versus the first game. They were close to it, but I'm excited to see what they can do if they can bounce back from last night.
Definitely. I mean, you definitely have to expect a different source of energy. Districts are coming up here shortly, and they're on a bit of a losing streak right now, so they got to mix some things up tonight. And I'm excited to see how they go. Although this is a very posed, like you said, all-around basketball team in Fort Zumwalt South Bulldogs, these Lady Vikings can play with just about anybody. We've seen them on any given day when they are on their game, and we mentioned it last game before the tip-off. When they're composed and they don't rush things, they can play with just about anybody. Who do you see having a big game performing for the Lady Vikings tonight?
I say the Williams sisters. They've been proving like a lot of potential with each other ever since they've stepped on the court together. They've been a fantastic dynamic duo. Even that as a underclassman, you have Zori Williams, who's on the defensive side, and you also have Grace Williams. Great. Let's see the roster real quick.
Lindsey Williams.
Lindsey Williams.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes,
See,
sir.
I'm having trouble with the names today. You also have Lindsey Williams, who's ready to be down in the paint just to score at any time. So I'm ready to see what these two. They're not twins, but these two sisters, what they can do.
Yeah, definitely. I think you brought up a great point. They come on and bring a different energy to this team. When we saw last night while they were down, they brought them on, and like I said, they brought that energy to where they have a huge work rate, and you notice a lot of turnovers being forced, and them driving coast to coast and essentially getting some buckets for the ladies. And that's whenever you kind of saw that score get within almost 10, and it looked like we almost had a game. Unfortunately, it slipped away, but I agree. I think I'm excited to see what this team does against a strong Zumwalt South Lady Bulldogs.
Indeed. I'm also ready to see Ellensworth, too, because she put up she's also been doing a pretty good job so far, so I'm ready to see what she can do.
Definitely. We are a minute away here, about a minute 15 away here from action, and we will be right back with you with the Lady Vikings versus the Fort Zumwalt South Bulldogs. we are back here live at the H. National Anthem just happened. And here are your starters. Number 1, Callie Binskin. Number 2, Maddie Murphy. Number 5, Cammie Humphrey. And Jenna Smith, number 15. And number 33, Marion Dallas. And for your Lady Vikings, here are your starters. We have senior at guard, number 2, Ashley Martin. A 5'8" guard, senior, Gracie Wilkinson. And number 4, Molly Fitzgerald, a 5'8" guard as well, senior. Junior, number 24, the lead point scorer, Libby Brewster. And to lead off at center, we have a 5'10" senior, Lily Machado, number 32.
Man, let me tell you something, Mike. Am I the only person that's impressed by their handshakes instead of the boys' basketball? Because they're more creative than the boys on their handshakes versus when the boys, they just do the basic handshake. I'm like, what's going on, you know?
They definitely got the choreography down. You can tell they're all right out the gate. They get them going, and they're ready to go out the gate. So hopefully we get that energy match with the play tonight, because Lady Vikings are definitely going to need to be on their game against this Lady Bulldogs team for sure.
Most definitely. And you see Libby Brewster and Grace Wilkinson have the same hairdo, the pigtails and everything. I think it's going to be a great day for the Lady Vikings.
Hopefully that matches that chemistry that we got on the court tonight. And here's a tip-off, and the Lady Vikings, Bulldogs just win that tip-off, as it looked like Libby Brewster got a good handle on it.
Yeah, but Mariah Dallas said, give me that.
Now we got 15, Jenna Smith to Mariah Dallas there, and we got a travel call, giving the Lady Vikings a possession. Libby Brewster tosses it in. She finds Gracie Wilkinson looking to go up the court. Gracie Wilkinson definitely has that floor general mentality out there.
This is indeed true. The hustle mentality of one of the only seniors on the court right now. She indeed has that leadership.
Gracie Wilkinson to Machado, and finds Ashley Martin, number 2. Ashley Martin finds Libby Brewster out on the arch. Back to Molly Fitzgerald. Molly Fitzgerald with a strong effort drive to the basket there, and just couldn't get it to fall in.
It's good passing so far. It's just they needed to execute.
And we have Jenna Smith. She drives in and finds Cammie Humphrey, actually.
It seems that both teams are off to a sloppy start right now, Mike.
Definitely getting a slow start right now, but this could be a good momentum for the Vikings here, as Cammie Humphrey looks to throw it in, finds Mariah Dallas coming into the inbound. Cammie Humphrey's dribbling along the arch. Finds Maddie Murphy. Mariah Dallas drives up to get the basket there for 2 points.
Man, that was great strength by Mariah Dallas, coming up into the paint.
Definitely, you're going to see a lot of that. She goes up strong to the basket, and she's also a very strong rebounder, as Molly Fitzgerald just almost misses, draws a foul.
Like you said before, Mike, she is indeed aggressive when coming up for rebounds. For the season, she has at least 211 rebounds for this whole season.
Definitely, as we'll see that tonight. First one is good for Molly Fitzgerald. And the second one is also good. It'll tie the game out here at 2-2. Cammie Humphrey drives to the basket. It looks like Libby Brewster goes up and just gets tangled with the possession going. foul called on the floor on Fort Zumwalt South. Vikings take over possession. Louis Brewster finds Gracie Wilkinson as Wilkinson drives up the court. Gracie Wilkinson drives in for the basket and finds it. It'll put him up 4-2 as a strong drive to the basket there. Looks like she's out to play tonight for sure.
Yes, that was a very aggressive drive right there. Coming in fast and strong.
Jenna Smith goes up for there and draws a foul, sending her to the line for 2. That'll be the Howell Vikings' first personal and the first team foul.
Jenna Smith, she's also one of those key players for Fort Zumwalt South that plays her role, and she's just been a huge asset to the Bulldogs this season.
Yep, as she makes her first one there, she's definitely been a huge role in this Bulldog team. And the second one is also good. Brewster looks for Molly Fitzgerald there, and Maddie Murphy has a great defensive effort to almost take the ball away off the throw in there. That's one thing you got to look out for in this team is they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to be aggressive right off the gate. So you always got to be on your toes because you never know what they could be pulling up.
Yes, indeed. I could say you could call that the Bulldog mentality.
Definitely, as we see those on the first 2 throw-ins here, as they get a tip on both of them. Brewster finally finds Gracie Wilkinson. As Gracie Wilkinson drives up to the court again. She's definitely looking to take over this game, and she's really taking charge of this this offense. Finds Molly Fitzgerald on the arch here, and Lee Machado on the arch. She finds Ashley Martin. She goes up for 2, and it just misses. Bulldogs get the rebound as Cami Humphrey just comes up with it.
Cami, she's also one of those key players that are real silent, but she plays her part. She's right behind Maddie Murphy with steals, coming up with 47 steals for the season. And she's also probably associated with Allstate because she passes around to her team a lot.
She's always there for some insurance, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Maddie Murphy. Murphy on the arch, and she goes up for 3. Just misses off the bank shot there. Looks like the possession arrow will be aiming towards the Vikings there. It looked like it could have gone off of either one. I thought it was maybe, actually they called a foul there. Jen Smith, as you mentioned, a very active player on this court as she draws some contact and getting sent to the line again as the first one does not go in.
Yeah, she's been.
The second one will be good. Gracie Wilkinson again looks to drive up that court. Like I said, a floor general of this team and really is looking to get this offensive going tonight. As she passes off to Ashley Martin. Martin goes up for the shot for 2 and just misses. Lily Machado goes up for the rebound. And Molly Fitzgerald looks to drive to the basket and just gets deflected by Maddie Smith there as she finds Cami Humphrey up court. Brewster's there for the rebound.
And that was great hustle by Libby Brewster in order to get the rebound right there.
Definitely, it looked like the Bulldogs had a fast break there, and Brewster was there for it right under the basket.
Shouts out to the rim for inviting Cami Murphy to the block party.
And Brewster goes up for 3, just misses off the rim. And a great rebound from Gracie as she goes up for her own basket with the rebound. Strong rebound and the effort, looking right up to the basket as soon as she got it.
Man, Grace Wilkinson is on fire right now.
She's definitely looking to take control of this lead as they find Jenna Smith on the arch. Back to Murphy. Murphy goes up for 3 and just misses around Cami Humphrey with the big rebound. Aggressive under the basket there as she hits the floor hard. Gracie Wilkinson goes up for another basket. And Maddie Murphy. She's a girl who you have to look out for, as you mentioned before, leading the team with 32 blocks.
Yes, sir. She's invited a lot of people to her block party this whole season.
And that'll be a 30-second timeout, and we will be right back with you here at the H. are back here at the H as Gracie Wilkinson looks to throw in. We have the Vikings leading the Bulldogs 6-5 with 3:28 left here to go. Brewster up with the shot, just misses Machado with the aggressive rebound as Cammie Humphrey, although she's standing at 5'6", she seems to be there for just about every rebound there is.
Yes, sir. She's indeed a hustler right now for this Bulldogs defense.
That's one, you know, you mentioned it in the pregame show. They're an all-around team and they all work together. As Jenna Smith's shot is just misses off the rim, Libby Brewster goes up the court for one. All right, Fitzgerald takes her time, figure out their organization.
Molly Fitzgerald is also another field general that nobody likes to talk about. She's also a great hustler as well. One of those silent players for the Howell Vikings.
Ashley Martin looking to find that rebound from Machado's shot there that just fell short. Ashley Martin was there with a great hustle there. And like you said, although Fitzgerald, she doesn't get the credit, but she's a silent, effective player, you know. She's always there, and she's always looking a similar role as Wilkinson for sure.
Indeed. She doesn't have the most points on the team, but she's indeed a major key player.
Just picks up her feet there as she gets called for a travel. But yeah, definitely, you know, you mentioned it perfect. Another floor general, and it definitely doesn't hurt whenever you got two of those on a team for sure. Jenna Smith throws the ball into Cammie Humphrey here. Back to Smith. Smith finds Murphy and back to Humphrey. Humphrey finds Jenna Smith, looks for the shot, goes up for it. And Brewster with another strong board, dominating under the basket tonight. Back to Fitzgerald, and draws a contact on Murphy there.
Man, Francis Howell defense, they don't even have to play aggressive today at all. They just let Fort Zumwalt West do their part, just be patient with them, and then let them make mistakes, and then just help them get the rebound.
And Fitzgerald, first one misses there. It looks like they will be bringing in Illingworth for Machado and Steiger for Martin as they try and get some defensive efforts here on the court.
And defense is a major key part to win this game.
Fitzgerald's second one is up and good, giving them the lead 7-5. Smith to Murphy. Murphy looks for an option as she finds Humphrey all the way across the court. Back to Murphy as she goes up for the three. That's good. Nothing but net there as it gives the Bulldogs the lead 8-7. Murphy.
And like I told you before, Maddie Murphy, she's an all-around versatile player. So if you leave her open, she's liable to either let loose.
Just tries to force one there. Wilkinson does as Jenna Smith is right there for the turnover. Finds Dallas in the court. They draw contact and go into the line for two.
It was some real aggressive defense right there, but what you can't do is you can't lock her arms up when she's going up for the hoop.
Yeah, you got to avoid that a little bit, but as you mentioned, some very aggressive defense from the Vikings there. Dallas's first one is up and just misses. Dallas goes for the second one. That one just misses as well. Bulldogs get the rebound as Jen Smith is there for the rebound. Back to Murphy on the arch. Murphy up for a three.
Oh!
Nothing but net as well. It's the Maddie Murphy show so far in this first quarter as she knocks down her third three of the game.
She says she doesn't care if she's in her face. She's going to let it go anyway.
Very composed shot. As you said, she was looking for it all game. Illingworth gets taken away, but gets it back. Back to Steiger. Steiger finds Fitzgerald. And possession arrow will be going back to the Vikings as Maddie Murphy doing her job offensively and defensively, almost forcing another turnover there.
Man, this kid is a hustler right now.
Fitzgerald will find Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Fitzgerald. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Back to Steiger, and Steiger almost loses possession, but finds Illingworth as she goes up for a strong offensive effort to get two. The Vikings trail 11-9 to the Fulton 14-1 South Bulldogs. Looks like there's going to be one more shot left in this quarter as Humphrey looks to dribble a couple seconds off the clock with 15 to go.
That was
good defensive effort from Libby Brewster there. She goes up for a half-court three. Oh, just misses off the side of the rim there. And that will do it for the first quarter of this game. It is 11-9. 14-1 South Bulldogs lead the Lady Vikings. And we will be back here at Howell Activities Network. And we are back here at the H as the Lady Vikings trail the Bulldogs 11-9 with the South Bulldogs second quarter team.
Oh, wow.
From Maddie Murphy.
At this point, she is just letting it go. She doesn't care if anybody's on her right now. Like, Gracie Wilkinson was in her face, and she just pulled it up like it was nothing.
Definitely has no fear at shooting the ball as Illingworth takes the ball past Steiger. Steiger goes up for a basket and just misses as Maddie Murphy again gets a rebound. As Humphrey takes it, back to Murphy. The way Murphy's going, who knows what she could do with that ball right now.
Murphy right now, she is, if you guys play 2K back at home, she is on her heat check right now.
And there's Dallas goes up for two. Illingworth with a great defensive effort gets a rebound. Back to Fitzgerald as she looks to drive up the court for an offensive possession. Great move and finds a basket off the bank there.
That was great patience right there, enough for an open lane to go in there and drive for the hoop.
are back here at the H as the Vikings trail 22-11. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of mic issues here, but we are back as Wilkinson looks to drive up the court here. Looking to get some points and get this game back to hopefully close to a 5-point game as she finds Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald finds Steiger. Steiger up for three. Just misses up the boat. And Machado. Humphreys very sneaky under that basket as Jenna Smith goes up for two there. And that'll put the lead at 22-11.
Man, that was some pretty decent court vision right there. Enough to contact Jenna Smith all the way to the hoop.
I tell you what, that Humphrey is, the way she maneuvers around the court, she's almost like a silent assassin. If she could find her going up the court, Machado goes up for two, doesn't quite get that. Humphrey slows it down here, and she finds Murphy. Murphy goes up for the two. Murphy gets her own rebound as Benskin draws a contact under the basket and going to the line for two.
Seems that Francis Howell, they can't seem to find a way to score for the second quarter right now, Mike.
Yeah, it's been a slow second quarter as these Bulldogs are definitely looking to take some points on this quarter as that first one is up and good, moving their lead to 23-11. Benson's second one is up, and that'll be also good. Drawing their lead to 24-11. Wilkinson looks up to try and find some organization in this offense, as you mentioned, been struggling this second quarter. Fitzgerald slows it down, finds Williams. Williams gets a pass blocked by Dallas. Dallas finds Murphy going to the basket. With Machado making a great defensive effort, finding Brewster up the court. Brewster's layup is up and just misses off the basket there. That would have been very big for this momentum of this offense right now.
Yes, that would have had great momentum going towards the Vikings wave. You have to make those.
Shots up and no good. Murphy goes up for the easy two, it looks like. Murphy's shot's automatic tonight. She's coming out ready to play against these girls.
Yeah, she's indeed built a whole lot of momentum on this Bulldog squad.
And Wilkinson looks to trying to draw some plays, finds Williams. Fitzgerald out on the arch. Finds Williams back in the paint, and Williams draws a contact and going to the line for two there. Murphy draws another foul, leading it to her second personal. I'd imagine this Vikings team will do anything to get her into some foul trouble.
Yes, indeed.
Williams' first shot is up and good. Their second one is up and good. Drawing the score to 26-13 here at the H. Humphrey looks to slow things down with going back to Audrey Smith. Finds Murphy, finds Dallas in the paint. Dallas's shot is up and good.
Man, that is something you can't do is let Mariah Dallas go into the paint like that.
It looks like she's been doing it pretty easy since the get-go of this, especially this quarter. Machado's three-point shot's up, and the bank is open for three there. Huge momentum shot for this team, something that they need, putting the lead at 28-16.
So that's something you don't see every day. A women's center shooting threes like that.
Well, when the bank's open like that, you might as well give it your best there. Three's up and no good. Williams gets a rebound. Finds Wilkinson as Wilkinson drives up, finds Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald goes into the paint, just misses under the basket. Draws a contact under there, leading her to get 2 free throws here.
You got to give it up to Machado. Her effort for these last couple of minutes have been pretty outstanding, coming from the steal over here to this court and also shooting the three-pointer. She's taking control of this team right now, trying to build momentum.
Definitely. As Fitzgerald's first shot is up and good. Fitzgerald, a very composed free throw shooter at the line here as she goes up to take her second one, and that one's up and just misses a roll off the basket there. Humphrey slows things down. Something that you see she does a lot. She doesn't rush things. She looks up and tries to get the most organized play drawn up for this Bulldogs team.
Yeah, she reads the court all the way through to see what defense the Vikings are running and to see how to pick them apart.
Wilkinson draws her second personal, giving Maddie Murphy a throw in. She finds Humphrey at half court. Floor general of this team, as we were just mentioning. She finds Smith. Back to Smith. Smith finds Humphrey at the arch. She drives up and as there's going to be a possession arrow to the Bulldogs. As Humphrey goes up against two bigger players against her on the court, as Machado and Williams, two of the bigger players, taller players on the court, and just couldn't get it to fall in as she gets a possession arrow.
But one thing about Cammie Humphrey, she does not care what size you are. She is willing to put in the work. And
Williams gets a big board there as she finds Fitzgerald going up the court. Fitzgerald first drives up. Machado with a great defense. Oh, and it looks like they're going to be giving the possession arrow here to the Bulldogs. Smith finds Humphrey. They look to slow things down with 45 seconds left in this half. Humphrey back to Smith. Smith finds Smith on the arch. Finds Humphrey back on the other side. Maddie Murphy goes up with another layup.
Man, she is everywhere on this court right now, Mike.
Definitely. She seems to be unstoppable right now as Wilkinson and gets a huge block on Wilkinson and tries to find Humphrey up the court. Humphrey goes up for her layup. 10 seconds left. Hopefully they can get this last shot on here as Brewster looks to get this lead within 10. Oh, and just misses, and Fitzgerald gets tangled up and trying to find Williams as that will take us into halftime with the Bulldogs lead the Francis Howell Lady Vikings 30-17. Josh, what did you think about this half so far?
I'll say this, but I'm going to be honest with you, Mike. This has been pretty sloppy for the Francis Howell Vikings. As you can see, for Zumwalt South, they have the dominant hand right now for the first half. They've been playing barely aggressive on defense, protecting the paint at all costs. As you saw what happened whenever Francis Howell tried to drive to the paint, they only at least let two people drive. Other than that, they stopped all of that, and they've been playing fairly aggressive. Forcing turnovers. They've been getting into Francis Howell's head for this whole first half.
Definitely. And, you know, we will be getting into that here with our halftime show coming up here in a few minutes, live from the H. Hopefully we can get another strong second half out of these Lady Vikings. We'll be back with you here on Francis Howell Activities. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michael Harvey here on your play-by-play, along with my partner on color commentary, Joshua Robinson. We are back here at the H with a Bulldogs 30 to the Lady Vikings 17. You know, we talked a little bit going into half about what the Lady Vikings kind of were struggling in. Joshua Robinson, what were the Lady Bulldogs doing that made them so efficient offensively?
Man, playing very aggressive. I'm going to just give it to Maddie Murphy right now. She has been on fire for this first half. She has been throwing up threes in the Vikings' face. It doesn't matter who is guarding her, whether it's Libby Brewster or Lily Machado. She has been scoring three-pointers out the wazoo. And you also got to give it to Mariah Dallas. She's been posting up in the paint and making all layups and collecting rebounds like it's nothing. And then you got to give it to Cammie Humphrey. She's being the floor general right now, making assists all around. Now, this, like I told you before, Mike, this Lady Bulldogs team, they know how to play with each other. They know how to play around. They know how to share the rock with each other, and that's what makes them a great basketball team.
Yeah, you know, we mentioned it in the pregame show. This team is very efficient chemistry-wise. As you see, just about everybody's playing a role in today's game. Katie Humphrey coming up the middle and looking very confident all over the court under the basket. And unfortunately, not so much for the Lady Vikings as they kind of got out to a slow start this half, you know. What do we expect to see coming from them in this second half?
Well, what I expect to see from the Lady Vikings is to play together, because that's one thing that they need to do. I saw a couple faces that they've been very frustrated at each other, and that's one thing you can't do as a team. You can't fold, or else it's going to be a pretty ugly game at the end of the day. So one thing that they need to do is play sound aggressive, and also be disciplined, and just, you know, play how they play. The play that they've been playing in the beginning of the season. I want to see that team from earlier during the season that knows how to play together and not fold.
Definitely, you said it best. I mean, we've seen this Lady Vikings team play with some of the best teams in the area, as we saw them play France House Central a couple months ago, and we also saw them play Holt, a great, strong offensive team, and not really seeing it within these last couple games. So hopefully we can see a new Vikings team tonight, and we can get something going, and hopefully we can get this lead cut into a little closer game for them, as we're set to take on the second half coming up here in about 2 minutes, live back from the H. And we are live back here from the H as the Lady Vikings look to cut this lead from get a little bit more attainable here at the H, as the Lady Vikings look like they have their